Hi guys! Welcome to day 18 of our 365 Days of Courage, where we try to encourage one another every day for a year with words of God in the Bible, looking for Bible verses that assures us not to be afraid, to take courage, and to fear not. So, our verse for today is taken from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 5, verse 10, where it says there, "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will be catching men." So, sinabi ito ni Jesus kay Simon Peter noong itong si Jesus ay binubuo niya yung kanyang mga apostles. So, yung pinakaunang mga taong tinawag niya to become his apostles are Simon Peter and the sons of Zebedee, who are James and John. Now, itong tatlong ito, they are fishermen. Okay? And we all know the story how Simon Peter was called by Jesus. Simon Peter and his companions spent the whole night fishing. Pero ni isa, wala silang nakuha. And in the morning, Jesus was preaching dun sa gilid ng dagat kung saan sila nangingisda. And he tried to tell Peter na, sige pa, ilubog mo pa yung net mo on the other side. And of course, itong si Simon Peter, sabi niya, magdamag kaming nangisda, ni wala kaming nakuha. Pero sige, sabi mo eh. So, you see, to see is to believe. So, nung nilagay niya yung kanyang net on the other side of the boat, napuno yung net at halos lumubog na yung bangka nitong si Simon Peter, and that he needed help. Kaya tinawag niya itong si James and John to help him pull out all the fishes from the net and to keep the boat from sinking. So, yung scenario na yun is the first miracle that Peter witnessed na ginawa ni Jesus. For him, it is a miracle because magdamag siyang nangisda pero wala siyang nakuha. And then here comes this person na ang sinabi niya lang, try mo ulit sa kabila lang. Try mo dyan sa kabila. And for him, sabi niya, kanina pa kami eh. Kagabi pa kami actually. Pero sige, I will try. There's no harm in trying. Kaya nung ginawa niya, yun, daming isda. And of course, that made him follow Jesus, not because he can make miracles, but because to Simon Peter, there's more to Jesus than just producing a lot of fish for them to take into their nets. So, yung conversation na yun ni Jesus kay Simon Peter is very, very significant because yung sinabi niyang, from now on, you will be catching men, and so you should not be afraid. Yung statement na yun, it is actually a special statement reserved for Peter, singling him out from his colleagues kasi kasama niya si James and John. Pero bakit kay Peter niya lang sinabi yun? Because si Jesus, meron siyang espesyal na ipapagawa kay Simon Peter. And that leads me to the gospel for today, which is taken from John chapter 21 verse 15 to 19, where Jesus asked Simon Peter 3 times, "Simon, do you love me more than this?" Sabi ni Simon, "Yes Lord, I love you." Simon, pangalawang beses, "Do you love me?" "Oo naman Lord." Simon, pangatlong beses, "Do you love me?" "Lord naman, nakaka-offend ka na. Alam mo naman ang lahat, ba't kailangan mo pa akong tanungin?" "Oo, mahal kita." And sumunod dyan, yung tatlong beses na pagtanong ni Jesus kay Simon Peter kung mahal ba siya ni Peter, is yung tatlong bilin ni Jesus, especially for Peter to accomplish. And what is that? Feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep. Ibig sabihin, doon sa verse na binasa natin kanina, when Jesus singled out Simon Peter from his colleagues at sinabi niya na from now on you will be catching men, yun pala may nakareserba na trabaho para kay Peter. And he directly commissioned him, feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep. And I am referring to Peter being the first pope of the Catholic Church. Peter became the first pope na kung saan sa kanya inihabilin ni Panginoong Jesus yung kanyang mga apostles and the rest of the flock. Alam nyo yung role ng isang pope or even the bishop. Kapag ikaw ay isang obispo, nasa pangangalaga mo lahat ng mga pari sa bikaryato kung saan ka naka-assign. And you have to, hindi lang yung pangaral, kundi yung kanilang welfare, yung kanilang health, yung mga programs ng mga parishes. Sa'yo lahat yan, trabaho mo lahat yan. Sometimes, may mga pasaway kang pari, ikaw ang bilang obispo ang tatamaan nun. So yung trabahong nakaatang kay Peter is very heavy, mabigat. Why? Feed my sheep, pakainin mo sila. Tend my sheep, alagaan mo sila. Ingatan mo sila, i-guide mo sila. So, yung pagtawag nga kay Simon Peter as an apostle, nung una, dun sa Bible verse na binasa natin, is nakalaan na talaga yung trabaho na ito para sa kanya. Kaya nung papaalis na si Jesus, that was there, actually sinabi niya yung tatlong words na yon, feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep. Sinabi niya yon dun sa last meal nila bilang magkakasama after the resurrection of Jesus, because Jesus will now ascend to His Father in heaven. Iiwan na niya itong mga apostles. And so therefore, parang itinalagan niya si Peter na ikaw nang bahala sa mga kasamahan mo. You be the shepherd now. I am making you in charge of my sheep. Feed them, tend them, protect them, nourish them, guide them. And so that is why in the Catholic Church, meron tayong mga pope, meron tayong mga bishops who are in charge of all the workers in the vineyard of the Lord. After na sinabi ni Jesus yung feed my lambs, tend my sheep, feed my sheep, doon sa last portion ng Gospel of John chapter 21 verse 19, nakalagay doon, follow me. Follow me. Anong ibig sabihin nun? I have shown you the way. Follow me. How I did it. How I did it. Follow me. And never take your eyes off me. Because wala man ako physically dito, I will always guide you. And that is why doon sa verse na binasa natin kanina, from Luke chapter 5, yung sinabi niya, don't be afraid. Because from now on, you will not be fishing fish anymore. You will be catching men. You will be guiding them. You will be tending to them. You will be feeding them. And when Jesus instructed Peter to feed his lambs, to tend his sheep, to feed his sheep, Jesus was directly entrusting to Peter, his church, something that is directly conferred by Jesus to man. Now, what is the message here? We all know that Peter is a sinner. We all are. We all are. And Peter feels like he was not qualified. He was not qualified. And he isn't because of his sins. And because he is a liar. And because he denied Jesus 3 times. 3 times na sinabi niyang, oo naman, mahal kita. You know that, mahal kita. Pero 3 times he denied Jesus. It is like Jesus is forgiving Peter in advance. Kasi pangatlong beses niyang tinanong, mahal mo ba ako? Sure ka? O, di ba? 3 beses din dinenay ni Peter si Jesus. 3 beses niyang dinenay na kilala niya si Jesus. So, Jesus is forgiving him in advance for that sin, for that act of lying. And so, we all are sinners, just like Peter. We all have fallen. We all have made mistakes. And for Peter, he felt he was not qualified to be the shepherd na mangangalaga sa flock ni Jesus. And what is the message for all of us here? We are not qualified. None of us are. But here's the good thing. Jesus does not look at your past. He does not look at you using the eyes of men. He looks at you using His heart. His compassionate heart. And He looks at your heart, not your physical appearance. And that's the good thing. Jesus knew that Peter will deny Him, yet He entrusted His church to Him, just the same. And so, sa ating lahat guys, we may not feel qualified, but Jesus qualifies us. Kapag nakita niyang kaya nating gawin, He will equip us. He will qualify us. Even if ang baba ng tingin natin sa ating mga sarili, He qualifies us. Why? Because He looks at us not using the eyes of men, but using His heart. And He looks at us through our heart and not our physical appearances. He looks at our future, our potential, not our past. And that is, yun ang sinasabi niya kay Peter. Peter does not feel qualified to become an apostle in the first place. But Jesus said, don't worry, do not be afraid. From now on, you will be catching men. At dun sa huli, He entrusted His church to Peter, whom He trusts, even if He knows that Peter will deny Him 3 times after his arrest. And so, huwag mong isipin na hindi ka qualified. Jesus sees your potential. He sees way past beyond your mistakes. He sees way past beyond your sins. And He is going to use you. He is going to qualify you to do the job for His kingdom. So, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Jesus assured Peter of that. And so He's assuring us now, huwag tayong matakot. Kapag may ibibigay siya sa atin na misyon, even though we feel that we're not qualified to do it, Jesus knows our potential. He will qualify us. And He is assuring us not to be afraid because He will always guide us. So that's it for today guys, and thank you once again for watching. Tune in tomorrow for day 19 of our 365 days of courage. See you guys, bye, love you.